And we're going to continue with another episode of Real Life Movie Talk. It is your boy Chris.
Blockbuster Ben's still here.
John.
Ew.
Johnny G's over there.
Johnny G's.
Johnny Jesus.
Johnny Jesus.
Oh, Johnny G's.
JJ. Think my new nickname for you, John. Especially when you resurrect from the non-drinking.
Be a whole new me.
Johnny Jesus.
I'm going to turn all the water I've been
flesh.
drinking to wine and be hammered.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We don't have actually, we didn't have a snack this week, but
I brought bottle caps for people to chew on.
Chris brought bottle caps and Popeyes. So we
Yeah, I
did have
did bring
some nugs.
John didn't want any, so I didn't want to say that was a snack because that's rude. But,
Excuse me.
yeah.
But I had to eat before.
No,
so
yeah.
that was good.
But John lives here. He probably got food. Did you already eat?
No.
Oh, shit.
I thought that pizza was going to be making its way down the stairs again.
No, actually I did. I'm lying.
Okay.
Jen brought a club sandwich home. I forgot I ate the other half of that.
Beautiful.
I don't know where she got it from. It's decent. Probably Tawny Town, if I were to guess.
I fucks with
Tony Towns, that's the hitter now. The Duesenberg's gone.
I still ate there. Their cream
Tawny
of
Town,
crabs
yes.
is so good.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Still to this day, one of my favorite, if not the best cream of crab
It's
soup.
probably the best cream of crab soup
Yeah.
I've ever had.
Sure. I don't know. But it's good. It is really good.
It just, the consistency.
I get that with the Texas Ranger with extra bacon, and I own a Kaiser roll, and I dip that I do a little
you
sriracha
dip?
on there. And
You
I
dippity
that
dip.
bitch. Oh, yeah.
Oh, you mean your crab dip, John? That's crab soup?
I went to Primo, and I got cream of crab soup, and they had left a bread on the table, and I ate most of that cream of crab soup with the bread. It was so good. Primo Pasta Kitchen.
I'm a big, I do either the Twisted Twister, which is the hot
Twisted
ham.
Sister?
Yep. No,
Yeah.
it's called
Twister.
Twister.
Twister, yeah,
because
yeah.
of this cheese.
Yeah.
Or the Blues Brothers. Have
What
you had
kind of
that
cheese
one?
is it?
No.
It's
Is that blue cheese, though?
turkey, pastrami, blue cheese.
I'm not a big blue cheese guy.
Oh, I fuck with it.
What do you think about feta? Just joking. It's like the same thing.
Yeah, I love cheese.
Isn't that on Greek salad?
Yeah.
I think it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
No,
think I don't think
gorgonzola is what I meant to
I think
say.
it's not as pungent.
Gorgonzola is like blue cheese.
Stings the nostrils.
Yeah. Feta's way different, actually.
Yeah.
What is this enticing bowl of white? Charlie, that's cottage cheese.
I went to Julia's Christmas party this week.
You said Christmas?
Yeah. COVID shut the first one down, and then the manager died, and they had to reschedule it.
Sorry about that.
Yikes. La Scala down in the city.
Huh.
Pretty good. They shut the whole bitch down, so it was just us.
Yeah?
Yeah. They have a bocce ball court inside. It was fun.
Cool.
I saw a video of people playing that recently, and I was like, that looks like fun.
It might have been me.
Okay.
Maybe.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Was
I
it
didn't-
you?
They posted a
Did you
video of
play?
us playing. Yeah. Yeah, I fucking played. All these motherfuckers. rich ass motherfuckers. They were on their high school bocce ball teams and shit. Like, of course you were. But I beat them.
You know how I know you went to a snooty ass high school? You had a bocce ball team.
Right.
That's not like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? I didn't even know that was a sport till like 2 years ago. I mean, it's.
Yeah, they're just in a different
growing.
bracket of money.
Yeah.
Like these people.
Mm-hmm.
This is more of a podcast thing, so we'll move on quickly.
Yeah.
But yeah, they it's interesting having conversations.
Put
with
a pin in that.
Yeah.
Bring that for next week.
Go ahead and write that down over here. He'll forget it.
them. It started with flipped another horse.
Have you guys watched anything outside of the movie we're going to review?
Valhalla.
That's a new
The
Viking
Vikings?
show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And?
The production quality is kind of but the show itself is pretty good.
Okay. John?
I finished the rest of the final season of Peaky Blinders,
Hey,
which is so goddamn
the
good.
fucking Peaky Blinders.
What else?
Every time.
1883.
Got to.
I just think I just watched the last episode.
I think it
of
was
this
the finale
season.
recently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
I'm be honest. I'm a little disappointed in how the finale ended.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, the show is fantastic, and it's like it was just very droll.
Okay.
Have you seen the end of it?
No, I haven't seen any of it.
I didn't give you any tips.
No,
or
it's
any
fine,
clues on
yeah.
it. It's just it was very flat. The very last episode, I was like,
Yeah.
well, shucks.
Like I've been one to, and my wife wants to watch it as well. And like I mentioned, we've just had limited time with her, schoolwork and stuff. So,
Traveling.
Yeah, she's
And
working,
travel,
going
yeah.
to school, and you're traveling.
but Euphoria ended. That was fucking wild.
I heard that they were talking about it on 98 Rock.
Yeah, I mean it's a wild show. I finished Mayor of Kingstown. I told you guys, I didn't tell them, but the end of that was fucking insane. And then I started Reacher, one episode. Like it, okay, it's okay
Thought
so
about
far.
that last night, but I was tired.
I don't like that actor.
Yeah,
I haven't seen
I've
the
never
episode.
seen him like in anything.
I've seen him in a couple superhero-y things.
Oh, he's a fucking monster. Of
He's
a man.
supposed to be.
Yeah,
He's
he's
supposed to
supposed to be. Exactly. And then I went to. We were talking about Arbutus. I went to Hollywood. Me, my brother Brian, and Celine. We went and saw Uncharted.
Any good?
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
And I had maybe because I had super low expectations. Because video game movies most times they don't really translate. But I'm a huge fan of the games, and I enjoyed the movie thoroughly. I thought it was a lot of fun. Tom Holland's great. They changed up the origin a little bit between Sully and
Tom Holland orgy.
Sully and Nathan Drake, the two like main characters. They changed it, but it worked, and I enjoyed it. I thought Wahlberg and Holland had good chemistry, and then the female character they brought in, Chloe. I thought it was good.
That's what made it an orgy.
Well, that's just a threesome. You need a couple more, I think.
That's true. The rest of the Avengers.
Could you replace it with toys? Well, that's a podcast topic.
Okay. Any other things, or let's just jump into the. You want to do?
Yeah, I want to go see Uncharted though.
It's
that's
fun.
on my list.
I'm hoping that's on my Fire Stick soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
like to watch my movies for free
I feel you, man.
if I can,
Okay.
Yeah, no,
but not my Netflix. I like to pay.
I really like to pay for my movies, John.
I do too. I don't know.
That's because you own AMC stock.
Look, man, I used to go to the movies for free all the time. I felt like a real piece of shit about it.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did, John.
No, he does not.
Yep.
He doesn't.
Yep.
Okay.
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 The movie.
So we watched Knives Out this week.
Nope. John, you got me good too earlier. You played it so perfectly.
I tried so hard, but he was smirking.
I didn't know you were joking.
Uh,
I was like, is that what you thought we watched this week?
When you
Because
asked,
we
I was
talked
like,
about
oh, he
Knives
might
Out.
not be joking. Yeah.
We talked about Knives Out last
Yeah.
week. We talked about both.
You did good,
So
yeah.
I told myself upstairs I was going to say that. We didn't watch it.
We watched
Yeah.
Layer Cake from 2004, directed by Matthew Vaughn, who directed The King's Man, which we watched last week. Written by J.J. Connolly. He wrote the screenplay as well as a novel. I didn't know it was based on a novel until I just rewatched it recently. Rated R, hour and 45 minutes. And it's about a very successful cocaine dealer in England who gets these two crazy tough assignments from his quote unquote boss right as he's trying to kind of retire from the game forever. It stars Daniel Craig, Sienna Miller, Tom Hardy, Ben Whishaw, and some other people you'll recognize. Cole Meany, who I thought was great in this as Gene. Gene was probably one of my favorite characters in the whole movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw this movie back in high school probably, and it's so like kind of like a hidden gem almost in my opinion.
I agree with
because
that.
it's anybody I talk to aside from like movie people, nobody's like, what the hell is Layer Cake? But it's so good. I love British gangster movies like
Yeah.
Snatch and Lock, Stock, and I mean basically anything that
They're all reminiscent of each other there.
yeah, they really
Like American Mafia movies probably are.
Yes,
Yeah.
great. Yeah, a great analogy. And I just thought it was good acting here, a good plot, but like British gangster movies, there's all these interesting characters, and the farther you get into the story, like the layers are just like
layers of cake.
Yeah, I mean that's
Cake.
but that's what it is. That's
Onions have layers.
yeah. Well, nobody wants to.
Not a lot of people like onion Shrek.
It could be like a parfait. Everybody loves parfaits.
Yeah. Oh man, who was I just?
Ogres have layers. Onions have layers.
Timmy Tenders was talking about parfaits. That's funny. But okay, I know you've seen it.
I hope we all have.
Yeah, no. Before, I mean, you'd seen
Yes,
it
yes,
before.
yes.
So, John, what are your initial thoughts of the movie?
Initial thoughts?
Like, did you like it? Did you not like it?
I thought it was a fair movie.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's it's definitely aged.
Uh-huh.
It's from 2004, and I think they make it feel a little bit older than that.
Okay.
I don't think the actors were that great,
Oh.
in my opinion. I don't think the movie was bad, but I'm not big on British actors. I can't
Oh.
stand their fucking accents.
Okay.
I really don't like the accent. I
Yeah,
don't know
if you're
why.
from Britain, fuck you.
I don't know why. It's
Little
just
foreshadowing.
something about their arrogance in their voice where it's just like, all right, you think I owe you something because of your verbiage and how
Let me tell you a little story. Bunch
All
of
about
farmers, a little bunch of farmers with pitchforks chilling over here. Greatest army in the world. We beat them like a drum. Take that, Britain.
Yeah, perfect example. But I mean, it's your typical, drug dealer story.
I wonder-
I didn't think there was anything incredible about it. I like Daniel Craig.
Obviously. Yeah.
The rest of the cast was okay. I like the boss, the one boss that you meet at the end, the friend
Eddie Temple.
Temple. Yeah, Mr.
Yeah.
Temple. I liked him. I liked his character. It was an interesting story. It was
I wonder, would you feel differently had you seen it back when it came out?
maybe.
I can tell you. Have you seen The Gentleman?
Yes,
What'd you think of that?
with Matthew McConaughey. That's what we were talking about the other day. That's what I thought this was.
What did you think of that one?
I thought it was decent. It's better. I think it was a little bit better, a little bit newer, in my opinion.
Well, it is
The
newer.
storyline is
I love The Gentleman.
the storyline is a little cooler to me in that one. Just the way that whole thing works out.
Yeah, it's more clever. I
Yeah,
would say,
yeah,
but
yeah,
I would
yeah.
say they're very similar.
Yeah. Yeah. The endings are not the same.
Do you like the movie or do you not?
Yeah, I
I
like
didn't-
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
don't
liked
by any means think
Oh,
that
yeah.
I dislike the movie. I didn't fall asleep. I watched it all the way through.
True
It's,
telltale sign.
it's just. Well, I mean, I'll fall asleep. I watched it at night, but I started it one night, and got busy with something, and then the next day I just started it over because I didn't want to miss any of the storyline. And like I said, it's hard to. It's hard for me to understand everything they say sometimes.
Yeah.
Subtitles, Broham.
That's some British movies I can make it through and understand, but others it's like, what the fuck they just
Yeah,
say?
this
You
wasn't
gotta put
quite
the sub-
Snatch, but this was
Snatch
you
is
know,
I mean, immediately pops in
Brad
my-
Pitt. So
Yeah.
good.
even the subtitles don't know what he said. They say.
Yeah, question marks.
Yeah, noises.
Well, let's jump into some spoilers then.
Alrighty, dighty.
I mean, it is almost 20 years old, but whatever. Spoilers alert. Spoiler
Coming in
alert
hot.
for Layer Cake. And let's just hit the likes right off the break. And if you guys don't mind, I'm going to go first because I think this is kind of funny.
it.
My like that I wrote down in my notes was
Here it comes.
the accents. I love the fucking, I love the British and the slang they use.
The slang is awesome.
The slang, like when they're walking, the opening scene where they're walking into the thing and let's get this done sharpish. I love that. Like that word.
Shoot me in the face.
Things went a little turbo on this end. Like I fucking love that, man. So I don't know. Sorry, John.
No,
That's
you don't have to apologize.
Yeah.
I don't like Brussels sprouts.
fair. Fair.
Everybody's taste is different.
What about you guys? Likes?
Yeah, I like Brussels sprouts.
See what I mean? And here we are. You two British loving motherfuckers.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Shucks.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I like that it had a lot of different plots in one movie.
Oh yeah. That's
Right. It's like the anti-hero because he's a drug dealer
Right.
and he's trying to get out, but he's doing all the right things and just one of those.
okay.
And it's like one of those you feel bad because everything he does just seems to get botched, as they would say in the movies, and just an onslaught of that, but it winds up working out.
Yeah. Well, kinda.
Kind of.
Nah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not really. For his homies, right?
Yeah.
What did you like,
Maybe.
John?
I like that guy. I like the Mr. Temple guy.
Eddie Temple.
Yeah, I like where his character came in and like it just like his character. He was just very smooth about everything all the way into the end. Like, you know, essentially he was like, "I'll buy these drugs from you if you get them to me, and I'll help you, work this out or work that out." And then he takes the shit from him, and then he like gives him he gives him a little bit of advice. He double crosses him at the end, which obviously was going to happen. No way that guy was ever going to pay you.
They're all criminals.
He's
Yeah.
a criminal,
Right.
but he was cool about it. He wasn't like, "I'm going to kill you and take this." He basically tells him like, "Look, and I like you. At some point, this will be you in this chair talking to some other young schmuck who's coming up, and you're going to give him a life lesson."
This ends here.
Right,
And
you know what I
everybody's just like, fuck.
Well, of course he's saying that
Yeah.
because he knows what's next.
Right.
He already set up the next piece. I like Daniel Craig's character. He's very creative.
Sure.
And then that's the reason my dislike is so bad.
Okay.
Because of how creative he is the whole entire time, and the whole time what happens to him at the end. That's the only thing that I think about.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I'm on the same page. I don't know. I get immersed in the movie when they go to, like, England and it's all English people because I'm trying to follow what the accents or the slang, what it means, and it's like a period piece for me almost.
Gross.
It's like a menstrual cycle piece.
Yeah. So we're gonna. I mean, I get that. Yeah. I see that. It's just the way they talk. I
It
guess.
just pulls me in.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like I'm watching Lock, Stock, and Two Barrels and
Yeah.
The Gentleman, all those movies.
Um.
Which Kingsman kind of does for me too a little bit. I like.
Is it the
those
same
movies.
producer from Lock, Stock,
Director.
Two Barrels? Director. Okay.
He
Did you say
directed-
that earlier? You didn't say
Yep.
that earlier.
Yeah. No, I
you?
did. Yeah.
Oh.
So he directed all three Kingsman
Okay.
movies. So we can go to the dislikes, and right before we get into that, we'll just like. I feel like I know what your dislike is, but go ahead. If you want to spoil it at the end, like let's get into it.
So part of the preface of the show, and there's always a girl, right? And he is working for this guy, the Duke or whatever, and he's at a club trying to straighten some stuff out. And as he's leaving, the Duke's nephew comes
the
up.
Duke is that fucking shithead, right?
Yeah,
He's not working for the Duke.
well, he's
though.
working with him.
Yeah, right,
He's
right.
trying
Gotcha,
to,
gotcha,
he's trying to buy $1 million e-pills.
I thought you were
from
talking
him.
about the guy
No,
who
no.
sent him. Yeah, my bad.
Whatever, Johnny or whatever that guy's name.
Yep.
So he's leaving the club and he meets this guy, stops and talks to him, his nephew or whatever, and he's like, "No, I'm gonna keep going." He's like, "Yeah, have a drink with me." And his girl, and she turns around and she's just beautiful, and you can just see that he falls for her.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as he comes, he stays, ends up staying, and then he gets a phone number from her or whatever. She slides over, gives him the number. He tries to hook up with her. It doesn't work out because he gets taken by this other dude, whatever. But he's always like 2 or 3 steps ahead, other than when he gets taken there. Because he gets distracted by her.
I mean,
she's nice. Yeah, I would have been pissed if I knew what she came out that bathroom looking like.
that's like he has no
Not
idea
a
what he just
goddamn
missed.
clue.
Yeah.
Not
I was
a
thinking that
clue.
same
And he
thing.
never knows.
Nope.
So he plans everything all the way down to knowing that the Mr. Temple is going to steal from him. He's already got his hitmen set up.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're police, right?
That's the big reveal at the end. Yeah.
So he's already got these guys set up to essentially he sets them up. He ends up getting paid for him anyway, but not the $3 million. He gets paid a portion and takes out the new boss. And now he's the fucking king because now he's killed the guy that was ratting on him. He killed his partner, Mr. Temple, who just stole $3 million in pills from him.
Yep.
He hooked the police up with a very affordable price on these pills. So now he's got everybody. He's got everything. Got the whole thing lined up, and he still got this girl. Now he knew how fucking crazy. He took this guy's girl. He had
Sydney.
everything set up. Right.
Sydney, that's the guy's name. Yeah.
Everything set up. Like he walks outside, right, in front, in the entrance to this clubhouse,
And he had narrated the whole movie just as
which is a
yeah.
private
Yeah.
fucking clubhouse. Yeah, and out front, somehow this guy is able to just walk up a guy that he should already have had dealt with. Just walks up on him and shoots him in the chest. That would never fucking happen. Never ever happen. That guy probably couldn't even get to that clubhouse, to that golf course to begin with, because I know it's private. And it's fucking. They show a panned out image of that. Where the hell would he have been hiding to come up?
That's the guy that killed Paul McCarthy.
Yeah. So he was sitting in a car off to the left or whatever. Like
Did they
that.
show the car?
No,
You don't see any of it.
No, but you-
just see him standing there. You
So-
have to assume he was hiding somewhere. But there's no way, as smart as he is and as critical he is about every move, that he's a fucking chess player, except for this one thing.
he turns around in a moment of arrogance and like breaks the fourth wall, is what they call it. Looks
Yeah.
right into the camera.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, my name? Well, if you knew that, you'd be as clever as me."
Yep.
And then as he's saying that,
Yeah.
finishing that line, you hear Tammy, Sienna Miller's character, scream.
Yep.
And then it cuts, like turns back, and Sydney's like, boom, shoots him right in the chest. And then it just kind of it fades as he's choking.
And the irony in him talking shit is hilarious that happens to him. But it just in my mind, the way the movie was set up with him to being the character that he was, I just don't see that happen. I don't see him getting killed right there like that.
There were 2 other alternate endings. One of them being they just walk out, they get in the car, they drive away. And then the other one is they come out, it pans back to like an angle, like off to the like parking lot side. You see Sydney sitting in a car with a gun in his hand, and he's like sweating and kind
That
of.
would have been cool.
And then they drive off in the car, and then he puts it in gear and follows them. And then the movie fades to black as they're driving down the road, and he's
pulls
coming
up.
down the road.
That would have been cool. That would have been cool. I would have accepted that, because then at least I can think that he knew he
got
was
away.
coming, and the black dude is with him.
Yeah, Morty.
Yeah,
Oh,
Morty.
Morty's
was
probably my
great.
favorite
Yo,
character.
Morty was
Yeah.
cool as shit.
Yeah.
Other than the scene with him and his old friend, which was
Where he
very
beats
weird.
the shit out of him.
Pours the hot tea on his
I
face.
like that
So
though.
I did. Too. I
To see that
forgot.
part of
Yes,
him.
I forgot about that. I was like, and then I'm like, damn, why the fuck? They don't. Are they not going to explain this? And then they do.
Why?
Oh,
What was-
oh, you missed that story?
I don't know. Maybe.
So one of the other characters, it was Gene. Gene tells Daniel Craig's character, like they show a flashback. Basically, they're like in the 70s, whatever. They're all in this club, and this crazy guy shoots another like character, and they're getting rid of the like Morty volunteers to help get rid of the body.
does all that
Okay,
time.
yeah,
So then
yeah,
he's
that's
sitting
right.
in the back of the
Yeah,
van,
yeah, and he never-
and the guy passes out at a light.
Yeah, and he's sitting in the back with the body. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, okay. I
So he goes to
remember.
jail because of this guy.
I remember now.
Yeah. So that's it.
Must
So
have been
then at
dozing
that point,
off.
you're like, oh, got it.
Yeah, and
But like if they didn't do that, you're like, what the fuck just happened?
He didn't want to do it. You could tell. And as soon as he sits down, he's like, I don't want to meet with him. And then he
Listen, I would have wanted to beat the shit out of that guy just for eating the way he did. It was the grossest
And
thing.
having the nerve to come there and then fucking ask him for money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
It's like, oh, you're flush.
You look flush.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, I didn't have a lot of dislikes. The movie was fast enough.
I like the end. It was so. Here's my thing: is like that was I didn't see that coming at all.
Yeah.
So when I was like, whoa, it was crazy. I liked the way it ended. He said he only shot the alternate ending because the studio made him. He's like, I
Just 'cause
never
they
wanted.
weren't paying him to do another one.
Fair enough.
My dislike is kind of technical and stupid and like a continuity error. But do you remember when Daniel Craig, one of his character traits is that he doesn't like guns, right? So then he goes to Gene. It's like a big thing he says in the beginning, like,
Yep.
I don't do guns, whatever. But then he's got, he's weaved into these crazy schemes now. And he goes to Gene's apartment and he's like, basically, I need a gun. So Gene opens up this gun locker and he's like, he's like, I don't want a gun. And then he sees it. Who's like, ooh, that one's pretty. So they make a whole point of taking that gun out, putting it on the table, taking it apart, showing it to him, blah, blah, blah. The very next scene, he's in bed with the gun on his pillow. It is an entirely different gun. It's, not even like close. And I was like, you guys made such a big deal out of him liking that specific weapon. You couldn't move that. You couldn't. That pissed me off. I was like, that's so
Right.
dumb. So whatever. That just caught my eye and it pissed me off.
That's not bad. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
Good catch.
What about you? Dislike?
Not really.
Okay.
I didn't see it till a little later, so
Uh-huh.
you got to take it with when it was shot. But some of it just felt a little low production to me.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It was
But-
his first movie.
It's
okay.
definitely
So
low
it was,
production.
it was, well, it's, your first one's a
Yeah.
quote unquote indie movie.
Yeah, yeah.
So budget probably wasn't high.
Sure.
And I think for what
Yeah,
they
the,
had,
the quality of the film definitely makes it feel. That's what I'm saying. It felt older than the time that it was because that shit could have been on VHS. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's just how. It
dude,
probably.
we still had VHS. Until
Right, it probably wasn't. But
Four? Yeah.
Yeah, but it seemed like that was a VHS movie just based off the quality alone.
Okay.
But
Any quotes?
again,
I had a couple actually.
Oh, sorry. Were you? I
surprisingly.
didn't.
No. Yeah,
I thought I was just trying to.
no. Okay, carry on.
Yep. Quote. Go.
I think my favorite quote from the movie is, "Everybody wants to walk through a door marked private."
Oh yeah.
And
That's
it's
a
a
good
good
one.
hitter.
Yeah.
And the other one was the beginning when he's talking. He said, "It's only stupid people, or very, very stupid people, that think police are bad."
It's only very, very stupid people who think the law is stupid.
Okay.
Talking about police, obviously. That was the one I wrote down. There's a lot of good ones.
Yeah,
but
those
that
two
that
bad
was the one that I wrote down. So that's mine. I love that line.
I have two. One where I laughed out loud a little bit, and you can tell because when the movie was written. But Daniel Craig comes back to the Gene's place, and he's like, "Hey, are you all right?" And Daniel Craig goes, "Yeah," or something like. He's like, "Really?" or something like that. And you can tell Gene knows that he's. I can't remember what just happened to him. He just got into it. I think. Oh, that's when he killed. What's his name?
Jimmy Price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that can't be the case. He just came back from something, and he's like, "I'll have a chinky sent up," and he's like, "No, I'm good." I was like, "Oh my god, you could not put 'I'll have a chinky set up' in any movie these days."
I think it's a type of drink.
No, he meant an Asian whore is what he was talking about.
Oh, really?
Is that what he meant?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, because he was pouring a drink.
I
He was
thought-
talking about one of
I'm
the
so
Asian.
politically
He was
correct.
talking about
I
one
thought
of
he
the
was
Asian
talking about
whores
drugs or something.
from
Wow.
downstairs. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
have a
that just
chinky
goes to what we
setup.
were talking about last week.
Yeah, that just time period because I haven't heard that kind of state. You know what I mean?
Sure.
That was like, what did you just say?
Yeah.
And then another one was from Gene later on. So Gene ends up catching up with the guy, Duke. Right?
Duke, yeah.
And they're telling him about what happened, and he's like, "Yeah, I killed him or whatever." And they're like, they takes him inside, and he opens the freezer up, and he's laying in there, and Gene says, "That's where playing at a gangster will get you." And then he looks at him and goes, you're not in there because I like you.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, this motherfucker just said he would have killed you.
Yeah, I like Gene.
Oh
man.
yeah, he's a
Gene-
badass. He's a
Gene-
badass in this.
Yeah.
He really is. He should be the boss, in my opinion.
Well, he is. When Daniel Craig walks, Mr. X, they never even give you his name.
Never.
He's credited as Mr. X.
Four
If you knew his
Or
name,
for
he'd be
it.
as smart as he is.
Yeah.
Dead.
When he walks away, it's Gene, Morty, Tom Hardy's character, and one other guy, the other guy sitting at the table, right?
I'm a little disappointed we didn't get a lot of Tom Hardy, but
He knew.
Yeah.
Gotta
He
be,
so new.
Yeah.
I was like, that's Tom
Yeah.
Hardy. Whoa.
love Tom, man. So
Yeah.
good. But
director's hat.
yeah.
there was another line,
Oh.
a funny line that I just thought about when you're talking, where he's like, "Why'd you keep the gun?" He goes, "As silly as it is, or whatever. I like that gun. It's my favorite gun."
Yeah.
And he looks back and goes, "Hope you don't tell your other guns that's your favorite."
Morty.
Yeah.
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 pretty
They all giggle at the bar. It's almost like that wasn't playing there.
Yeah.
Because I've rewinded to
Improv.
listen to it. I was like, what did he just say?
Hope you don't tell your other guns that's your favorite.
Stupid little joke.
Yeah,
little
not
dad
bad,
joke.
Not bad.
But yeah, director's hat. I don't really have anything. I don't know if I would change. I know. I mean, like I said, I kind of enjoy the end, the way it ties up. I don't know.
I would have. I do. You don't have to give me that hat. So the ending, what I thought would have been, because like, what's his name? You can live vicariously through me. Mr. Temple talks about not getting out and blah blah blah, and then Daniel Craig's character kind of leads into him being right, or he listened to him, and I thought that he was going to stay at the table. So I was really hoping there at the end when he's like, I'm out, I'm done with this. And he walked out of there and closed the door. I thought he was going to fucking blow that room up. I swear. I was like, man.
And kill them all?
All of them, yeah. And then he's the boss, the big dog all by himself.
But those were his homies.
Don't matter. Ain't no homies at the top.
Oh, man.
That's what I was hoping happened.
Okay.
Because then nobody knows you.
That's fair.
0 people know who you
Aside
are.
from Tammy.
His girl?
Tammy knows him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did. He did.
Yeah, there wasn't anything I would have changed really that I
Yeah.
could think about. It's just so many different things, and changing anything for that would just be changing the whole movie almost for me.
Yeah.
But whatever. I don't hate the ending. It's different, and they went somewhere. Like it's over.
I mean, you were
so I
talking
don't
about-
give a shit if the character.
But they show, like, it would have been cool if he lived, though, because like they go out of the way to show
finally making it
the
out.
ecstasy No, not out. I want him in there.
Oh, well.
I liked him as the drug dealer because he was so fucking analytical. Like he planned everything so well, and they even they take the time to show when the Ukrainian guy, or whatever, Serbian guy brings the fucking head of Duke back, and without the drugs, the guy who sent him after him is like, at least they're square, and then they show the rest of the factory where they're just mass producing these ecstasy pills. I'm like, now he's got his hands washed with these guys. He can say he did everything he could to get it back. He's got a clean slate. He's got the police on his side. Even if he doesn't kill those guys, even if he keeps those guys in his, I just thought that would have been fucking nuts if he did it. But even if he keeps those guys in his corner, he's got his girl now. He killed that fucking dude that she used to date. Get rid of him. Now he's the boss. He's smart. Nobody knows it would have been perfect for another movie for him.
It's funny you say that because it just like hit my head that like I really enjoyed that about the Serbians. Like it was never about the ecstasy. And them showing how much of it they produce.
Yeah.
It was always just about like you
Principle,
can't just
right.
the Duke robbed these guys. Like it's principle. Like you can't do that. And
they were very nice to Daniel Craig's character, Mr. X, because
The
he
hitman.
takes the hitman with him, and the guy shoots him in the face,
Yeah, that was
and then
wild.
gives him 2 warnings. The funniest part is like when he was on the phone with him, he's like, "Yeah, we should come over and I'll pour us up some tea." And what is it?
You know where I
Serbian say?
live?
No, what the Serbian says first though.
Oh,
He's
that
like,
sounds nice.
Yeah,
Or something.
yeah, that sounds very cordial, or something
Yeah.
like that. And he means that shit because he's a professional. He doesn't want to kill him, or he'd already be dead. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And you obviously figure that out the second time because he's like, don't try that again.
Yeah. You know where I live? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Dumb. That was dumb. He
Yeah.
already told you to cutting heads off. Like, why play that game?
Oh man. All right.
But yeah,
I'm looking at the scores
let's-
right now so I can get my score together.
Let's scores.
6-4.
Okay. I'm scoring this like a little higher than I would.
Cheater.
No, just because like I'm looking at it from the standpoint of like when I watched it the first time. Like obviously the end doesn't hit as hard knowing that it's coming. I feel it. But so anyway, 7-7 is my score for this movie.
Okay.
I'm gonna
7-2.
6-9.
Ooh, sexy time.
Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of Takashi this week, so
Snitch.
Well, there it
Told
is,
myself.
folks. That's
What are we
wrapped
watching? What are we reviewing next week?
The Batman. The Batman.
I do not know when I'm going to see that.
Up. You won't have time?
I don't know.
Okay, then
I'll make time.
If you can't, because I'm gonna be, like I said, I'm in New Orleans, so I'm going to have seen it. I won't be able to record until at least Friday night next week. So if we have to
Okay.
do another movie, maybe we do Batman like the week after or something. Like, you just tell me.
No, I want to see it. I'll try to find a way.
Okay. So then, are you good with the Batman? Yep. The Batman.
And then we're gonna decide which one's better. We're gonna rank all 3 Christopher Nolan movies and this Batman.
We might as well just rank them all.
Oh, no way.
Starting from 89, not all of them. Let's go Michael Keaton on and say, put them in order. Which
I
ones
think
are the
Michael
best?
Keaton was a better Batman than Christian Bale.
Michael Keaton was OG. Like,
Yeah.
he's the one. I mean, he was great. That was what we had growing up. Like, he was so good, man. That first Batman, I mean, come on. Before Heath Ledger, all everybody talked about was how fucking good Jack Nicholson is. Or was. And still, like,
Oh, yeah. It still has watchability,
It holds up.
even
It
though
holds
it's old as
up.
shit.
That's because he's fucking crazy.
Yeah. He is crazy.
yeah.
He is crazy.
You ever
Yeah.
you ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
I mean, just look at him at, like, on the courtside Lakers. He always just looks.
Nah, he don't go. 'cause
Not
he
anymore?
Lost his mind.
Oh, he actually
he's
went-
crazy.
Yeah, he's got dementia.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are being serious?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should have followed in Heath's footsteps.
So
Don't
are
have to
you
worry about
are
it.
you go with that? We will rank them like our favorites in order.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll review the Batman, and then we'll just rank our favorite Batmans in order from best to worst. Boom. That's gonna wrap it up for us, guys. So
Yay.
I hope you enjoyed. If you saw it, the live segment we did for the podcast, because that was a lot of fun. I thought we'll get. We got it. It was first time, so we were working that out. So that was good.
Yeah, the only thing that Eva said was that you were a little bit hard to hear, but you didn't say much during that whole thing anyway.
No, I didn't.
It also could be because we set the camera up over there and we didn't have the microphone.
Okay.
I blame Ben.
That's a cow.
Okay. Like the video.
Please,
Share the video.
please.
Leave us a comment for topics for
Do
the
it.
podcast. Movies to review. What you thought of this movie. Are you going to see the Batman? Give us something. Let
Anything.
us know. Tell us. Suggest another movie to see. Anything. We welcome it all. We love your guys.
Comment on Ben's shirt. It's very 80s.
That's the whole.
Yeah.
All right, so-
I get it.
We'll write down the Batman movies and we'll just rank them next time live.
Just put them in order.
That's how ranking goes.
Live, or do you want to do
Oh,
it
do you
before
want to
we
do that?
do
Like
it?
as the live segment?
I don't care. Yeah, we
Start
can.
that way?
That's what I just said, man. What the fuck?
You know what we should do? We should do it live.
Yes.
Yeah.
John?
Yeah, we'll
Great
write it down
idea.
and do it live. Thanks.
Cool.
All right, guys.
Oh, man.
I don't even know if I closed the podcast.
You
out.
didn't.
Eat cookies, enjoy life.
Boom.
Suckers.
Soon, my friend.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks. I'm starving.
You're 2 week right now.
It's a strong statement.
Real talk for real movies, yeah, we'll listen. Real life on real hype, you feel different. Underrated, appreciated, or barely made it. You let us know at Law Bay, yeah, you really hate it. And Christmas like in the past, he thought it going better. And like Jess, it didn't show up, and we don't let him. It's real talk, no theoretical, though it ain't invisible, man. It's so dependable, damn. You can't see him if it's dark or bright. Ask Chris with his Miller Lite. Oh, Blockbuster is so good, right? Candyman or Tony Dodd or Holy God. I mean the devil all the time, we're released alive. Apocalypto, go against the grain like your boy Adam, who drink Jack like Jungle Land and Nick Mullins. Educators, tell us what you know about him. Is it bad or good like Peanut Butter Falcon? Special guests like Danny D and Dave Arnold. Let us look to the future, Event Horizon. In real life, the movie will never stop. Till it does, we drop, and there's no getting up. Until then, subscribe and they let you know the tops. Only way to know for sure is to watch. So shut up and drink your pops, your soda and corn pops, and listen to the real life movie talk. I'm isolated like the lady in black, and I seek revenge for these movies that whack.